Hello, this is HG Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play Breath of Fire! Since last time, I made it back to Carmen, rearranged my party as I've listed in the video description, and stocked up on a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know if I'll use all of it, but got some acorns, life 2s, cures for some healing. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, you don't need to have all this stuff, but it would be nice. But anyway, we got the Iron Claw. We filled up the water jar, actually, when I got the Agni spell there. Just by going in the water, apparently it refills the thing. So it acts like a Mega Elixir, restores all HP and MP, or AP. I also withdrew the Broken Sword from storage there because, well, it reveals a little Easter egg from the ending there. And I'm also holding on to the Power Armor for Bleu there, because if you... Well, I just want something to equip on her. It doesn't matter what it is. If you don't have that, equip something else on her. But the idea is so that way I can have something to equip on her, so that way I can remove her EarthRB, so that way Ryu can use that later. That'll be really nice for us. So yeah, I mean, whatever you equip on Bleu doesn't really matter. But now that we got the Iron Claw, let's head on into the Obelisk. Not that this place really looks like an obelisk, but... you take what you can get. And something I was thinking about with that Lunar reference I made there, actually, that's not entirely accurate, because remember, in the Sega CD version, there was no Goddess Tower dungeon or floating fortress or whatever like that in the Sega CD version. Remember, it was just, you go to the grindery and that's it, that's the last dungeon. It wasn't until the Sega Saturn version, or the PlayStation version, where they actually incorporated all that stuff into the plot there. So, if anything, Lunar ripped off Breath of Fire, not the other way around. Not that I think they really did that intentionally or anything like that. I'm just saying, it was something I thought about. Because, remember, the PlayStation version, we only got that because, well, the Sega Saturn wasn't doing too well in my country. So they decided not to translate that into English, so they gave us the PlayStation version instead. It was just originally made on the Sega Saturn first. Okay, so anyway, we're going through another outer space area for some reason. See the platform in the lower right there? That'll take you to the end, but, well, I don't want to do that just yet. Let's fight a new enemy. Ooh, someone wanted me to show this one off. I see you! Yeah, kind of silly name. Whatever. Okay, so anyway, this guy has a lot of HP. So we want to try and use our Rub spell or the Hold spell on it, so that way, well, we can somehow disable it. Okay, he's paralyzed. There we go. So yeah, the idea is, because it has so much HP, most of the enemies here do, you want to just disable them in some way so that you can kill them a little more easily. Come on! Damn it! Man, our rub spells aren't working too well in this LP. Oh, wow. But yeah, the way you can tell the Hold spell is working is, well, just look at the enemy. They're not moving around anymore. So, that's how you can tell. Hey! Alright! Finally got it to work after 3 tries, but it worked. But yeah, they just have so much HP, a lot of the enemies here do, that it's just totally worth it just to spam Rub over and over and over again until you get one of them to land. It's about a 37.5% chance to hit, I think. At least that's what I've heard. And here we got another new enemy, Blaze X. Same thing as the other enemy there, we want to use Hold and Rub on it. But yeah, that's the thing with pretty much any enemy you meet up with in here that you haven't met up with before has like over 2,000 HP, a ridiculous amount. So, hey, alright! Woohoo! Alright, now my Rub spell's starting to work. So yeah, the enemies just have so much HP that, I mean, you could even use Bolt X and it just would barely scratch them. So you might as well just use Rub. There we get the Flame Hammer. You can use that as an item in battle to deal 40 damage to a single target. Not really that good, but, well, it's there. So, oh well. So yeah, now I'm going to make it back up to that platform that I missed. Or, well, that I passed up earlier there. I wonder if Rub is the only way to display the amount of damage you're dealing. Greater than 999. I think the DragonHT, if I recall correctly, I don't think it actually displays the damage. I could be wrong on that. I don't think it does, though. For the most part, if you're going to deal more than 999 damage, it just won't display that. It'll just cut it off and say, nope, you're dealing one less than 1,000 damage, and that's it. They're not going to show it. But for some reason, the rub spell gets around that. Too bad they cap everything else, though. Nuts. Well, I thought you died against Searle earlier, but apparently we were wrong. He's still alive. And here we got another new enemy, Pincher X. At least I think this is a new variety, or a new palette swap, or whatever it is, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, they got a lot of HP, so yeah, hold, rub, keep on going all out. No wonder that old man wanted Nina and Bleu to give him a massage. No, just kidding, just kidding. But as you can see, the hold spell didn't work. He's still moving around. Well, okay, not anymore. But you know what I mean. Wow, that rub spell's really starting to pay off for me now. Holy cow. Yeah, most of these enemies don't really have elemental weaknesses, or if they do, we can't really take advantage of it. So, that's another reason why I really like to use the rub spell in this area. It only costs 20 MP also, so it's not that pricey. Okay, so, we want to defuse Karn there. And let's see. I think we're good to go. Where'd it go to go? Who's there? Is he on the ceiling? Whoa! Nuts. Looks like he's transformed into the thing. For boss time! So, first things first, what I want to do is cast Agni. Finally gonna put that spell to use. It's the ultimate dragon spell. Didn't want to use it earlier because, well, I didn't think those bosses would take that long. But now, yeah, these bosses just have so much HP, it's just gonna take a while. So basically, Agni, you have to defuse Karn in order to actually use Agni, so that way you can fuse with all 8 of your other party, well, all 7 of your other party members, and basically every time you hit the enemy, you're gonna deal max damage to them. And we're just gonna go back and forth here over and over and over again. Yeah, there's really nothing special to this boss fight, so I figure let's just use Agni. He does have pretty good defense, too. Okay, so now I'm just gonna fast forward through the rest of this fight. Sorry if the screen is kind of freaking out a little bit there because of the fast forwarding effect there. But yeah, you're pretty much just going to go back and forth, over and over and over again like that. I'd make a Fantastic Four reference with the thing, but I don't really know anything about the Fantastic Four. So, oh well. Because all you did was attack me for like 20 or 30 damage over and over again. That's how I beat you. So, yeah, I mean, I could have not used Agni or not fast-forwarded, but it's just really not a whole lot to it, viewers. So I figured, well, let's just fast-forward through that. Just move along. I don't think it matters which platform you take to get to the next area. I think you just go to any one and they all take you to the same place. I don't know why, but oh, there it is. And they got more of those stone robot things here. Must be for all those keys. Not the cheese, the keys. No. But anyway, we got another new enemy, Ruga, who I also want to use hold and rub on them. Ah, there it is. Like, where'd my spell go? There it goes. Wow, look at that damage. And even Agni can't beat that. Yeah, when it works, rub is really, really good. So, just not really practical to use against anything who has, like, less than 1,000 HP. Otherwise, you might as well just use Bolt X. I mean, that's pretty much the best spell for Bleu there. And here we got a new variety of that crab, the Clog. Dr. Clog? No, not just an ordinary Clog. But I do want to use hold and rub on this guy, if I can. Nice. Well, I've been getting pretty lucky with the rub spell today already, so yeah, I can't really complain. So, oh well. And yes. Let's try again. Maybe I can get the rub spell to go through this time. Nice. And their rub spells always seem to work on me. How fair is that? Thank you for trying to buff yourself, even though it won't do you any good. Okay, well at this point, we've almost got him anyway, so I might as well just stop with the rub spell. Besides, he's paralyzed. He can't do anything. So. Go Karn! Or Puka, or whatever. Okay, well we've almost got the guy, so. Whatever. I suppose I could have used Bolt X, but, well, we almost have him. Maybe I should have equipped Ryu with a better weapon since we're mostly fighting 1 or 2 enemies in battles now. Whatever. It's not a big deal. I'm mostly rubbing them to death. Not exactly the most, most heroic way of killing enemies, but you do what gets the job done. Yeah, this part, pretty straightforward here. You just take the platforms all around. Not much to really say there, but got another new enemy here. Golem! Or Golem, whatever, I don't care. But yeah, just try to get oh, wow, that didn't even work on him. Now let's try it one more time there. Could have been up with this guy earlier, but well, I didn't. Usually I don't, Alright! What is that, 4 successful rubs? Not to mention some of the battles I fought off-screen? Holy cow. Go Bleu. Okay, we're almost at the end there. And depending on which platform you took to go down to this area, you take one that goes back up, and then that takes you to the last part of the area. So, I don't know how they do that, but whatever. Okay, so, anyway, let's heal up a little bit here. I don't want Karn to get one-shotted before we can use Agni there. Although I will want some more NP for Ryu there to use Agni. I'll just restore him to max just in case, because if he dies, then, well, I want him to have close to enough NP to use Agni again. And now I want to equip that EarthRB on Ryu. That'll be really useful in this part. I suppose you've been expecting me, right? Give me my town back! Oh wait, you can't. Now, there is a little bit of interesting stuff that happens if you say yes, but I'm not going to do that right now. If you want to, you can. Maybe I'll save it for a bonus episode. But now it's time for the final battle against Jade himself. It's boss time! Okay, so, same thing as the last one. We're just going to use Agni, except Jade has a lot more HP. Actually, in a way, this is easier than the fight against Goda there. I'll explain why in just a moment there. It's part of why I equipped the EarthRB on Ryu. Because really, as far as Agni is concerned, it only uses Ryu's equipment to determine like any elemental or status protections or anything like that. And the EarthRB is just really, really good for him there. So, watch his HP bar there, he casts Blizzard, it restores my HP. So, yeah, now I'm just going to fast forward, because that's pretty much everything for this battle. You just attack him over and over and over again with Agni, and he'll heal you periodically with an elemental spell, and he basically can never kill you. So, yeah, there's really not a whole lot to this fight, other than perhaps surviving shock. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how else I could have really handled this. I mean, let me know what you think, viewers, but I mean, what else was I going to do? I mean, it would take me a lot longer to enter in commands for all of my 4 party members over and over again, even if I could deal more than 999 damage in a single round. So, I mean, I just thought it would just... Honestly, I didn't think the final bosses are really that interesting. So I just figured, let's just blast through it and show you how to deal with it. But what do you mean by that? Well, of course, how can she be surprised? She's a goddess, she knows everything. But if that's true, then why were you here? If you knew I was coming, why didn't you leave? Maybe you knew I was going to kill you, maybe you didn't. If you did, that means you transformed into that giant alien thing and fought us deliberately, purposefully. Which means you also died deliberately, purposefully. But anyway, back there we got a Star Hammer, and here we get the Emperor Sword. The Star Hammer, when you use it as an item in battle, deals 400 damage to all enemies. So that would be really useful if we weren't on the final boss's doorstep. But you can use it still if you want. The Emperor Sword has max attack power, but if you use it as an item in battle, it deals 180 damage to all enemies. So you can do whatever you want with that. But can we stop the goddess, seal her away, and save the world? Find out next time on the finale of Let's Play Breath of Fire! This is HG Bailey, signing off. Have a good day!